Alrighty then. Hey, this is Wentus yet again, and I have a bit of a different channel update today. This time, unlike usual, it's not going to be about various series, it's actually only going to be about one series. Well, with the side note about Splatoon at the end, but the primary series, as you may have guessed by now, is Persona 3. Now, many of you have actually arrived here since I've stopped playing Persona 3, so I'll kind of give a brief reminder. You see, I started Persona 3, I believe actually it's a year ago today, and, well, I played through it. I ended up starting 2 new games since then, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker and Pikmin 2, and when I did, there were some issues along the way. Basically, I ended up having a 3-month break from Persona 3, which I was going to break today. Well, technically I was going to break it yesterday. Okay, so basically here's what happened. I was going to get back to Persona 3, really ready to get back into the series and record it some more. But there was a slight problem. It had been months since I had played, so I needed to remind myself what all had happened and what my plans were, etc. And I realized something. I started watching the series again, beginning to end. I didn't make it very far because I realized just how terrible quality the original videos were. It made me really realize just how much my video quality has improved in the past year. And I knew all the mistakes I was making I could fix, and really easily too, and on top of improving a number of things. So I had a difficult decision to make. I considered for a while just canceling the series because I thought, no, this isn't worth it, I'll just try it again later. I considered just continuing it with the terrible quality beginning and having a sudden quality jump halfway through the series. But ultimately I came to a different decision. I decided that I'm going to start Persona 3 FES over again. It wasn't easy coming to this decision, but I've put a lot of work into it since then, and I feel like I'll actually be able to make a really good quality series beginning to end this time. I mean, allow me to explain some of the things that were really just wrong with the previous series that I will be able to get wrong again. No, I'll be able to get it right this time. First and foremost, for the first, I'd say 15 to 20 episodes, I was making mistake after mistake after mistake with social links. The social links, many of you guys haven't watched the actual series, but you see, social links are basically something that is choice-based. Essentially, it's based on choices within the game. I was going with my gut feeling for the first 20 episodes without looking up a guide. And I've been worried about this ever since I started recording, or ever since I realized that that would be a problem, that I might not be able to get the games. You see, the game has multiple endings, and I might not be able to get the true ending without the correct social links being completed. And that really bothered me. It also meant that I might not even be able to finish all the social links in time. It meant that a number of things that I would be missing out on because of this bad start that I had. And there was no real going back on it because my saves didn't go that far back. So that created a serious issue of I might not be able to show off this game in its entirety, and it may end up making the series considerably worse by the end, and by the time I got to the end, I would not know if I were completely screwed out of a certain ending until, like, the last 10 episodes of the series. And by the way, this would be like a 100-episode series. And I would have no way of fixing that, which would really suck. So that really has been causing me a lot of stress for a while now. But, yeah, that's one reason is social links were completely wrong. Not to mention, I didn't even show what the correct answers were, so I'd have to redo all those social links over again anyway, just to show everyone what the correct answers were in order for other people to get it right. So that created one issue. Another thing was the enemy bios that I was doing. I looked at those and I cringed. They looked so low quality, I couldn't stand to look at them. They're really invasive, like midway through the video, it cuts away to them. The music is just a sudden shift. It has so much information on screen that doesn't matter, while the important information was dedicated to a tiny part of the screen that's difficult to read, and it was just cringeworthy for me. So I'm completely overhauling that. Still gonna have enemy bios explaining what's important, but just putting it only what's important up there and nothing else, and having it midway through the video without cutting away. That's just one of the examples of what I'm improving. Another example is the end screen, which I thought looked abysmal, and I'll be improving that, hopefully. I don't know if you guys will actually think it's any better, but that's up to you guys. And the other thing is, thumbnails of the videos, using the same thumbnail for every single video, it looked really bad. Not to mention the thumbnail itself was a really crappy one that was actually cut off in areas. So that's another area where I messed up. Oh, and the cherry on top of it all, I didn't crop the videos correctly for any of the videos, really. I didn't actually know how to in my video editor to cut off the black bars on the side. So the entire video series looked really bad quality. So I felt like I did nothing right with that series. And I'm ashamed of that because this really is, well, I mentioned in my series, it's my favorite game of all time. That has actually since changed. I have a game that I like more. But here's the thing. That game that I like more is Persona 4. The game that this is a sequel to this game. And I feel like I wouldn't be doing either of those games justice. Like, okay, this is still my second favorite game of all time. And I don't feel like I did it justice at all with the quality that I had for this. I'm sorry, I'm ranting at this point, but I felt like my first attempt at that series was abysmal. And now that I actually understand how to use my video editor, I know how to use Photoshop a bit, I know how to do a bunch more stuff, and I understand how to make better quality videos, I feel like I can actually give this series the quality it deserves. So that's why I've decided to completely start it over from the beginning and do it right the whole way through. Luckily, it's been actually exactly a year since I started the series, so nearly everything I'll be going through will be like I haven't played it in a long time anyway, since I won't remember every detail. So that'll be at least a bonus. There'll still be a lot of fresh reactions, not to mention after 42 or so episodes, it'll be completely fresh reactions because it's been about 5 years since I played that part. But that's all beside the point. That's all I really had to say was, at least about a Persona 3. I'm going to be starting the series over because the first attempt was horrendous, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you will agree with me. A lot of you probably skipped the series because it looks so bad. Hopefully that'll change this time, and I'll be able to share this truly amazing game with you and make it look good. Now, as I mentioned, there was a side note about Splatoon before. I was talking about making a Splatoon series before. That hasn't been canceled per se, but I'm not sure if I'm even going to release it at this point, because I recorded it. It didn't turn out terrible. It didn't turn out good. It didn't feel like I was really doing anything. It felt like I was just doing the series to do videos of Splatoon and not because I wanted to. So I wasn't really having a lot of fun with the series. It felt like it wasn't working out well. I might still do Splatoon videos in general in the future once I actually get to... I don't know, it all depends. Once I feel like I understand the game more, maybe once the updates slow down a bit, it all depends. Either way though, that's going to be it for now. Just saying, Persona 3, probably going to be coming out tomorrow, no promises, within the next couple days for sure. Splatoon, postponed indefinitely. For now, Persona 3 is going to be the only series on my channel. And I think that's as it should be. Oh, that reminds me. I had a series announcement a long time ago called Amiibo Academy. That one is actually having more issues with it than I expected. I really want to do a Smash Bros video for the first episode, and I'm having to experiment with it a bit, which means a ton of replays. Yeah, every time there's a Smash Bros update, all my replays die, which puts me back to square one, and that has happened twice now. Not sure what I'm going to do about that series. It's still planned for now, but honestly, it's fallen to a lower priority because it didn't seem like a very fun series to do. Like, I guess I could say this. My priority with these videos has gone back to, for the first time in a long time, having fun, which I stopped doing for a long time, which I'm kind of ashamed of. Either way, though, how to put it? Amiibo Academy, I might still do it in the future. There's a good chance I'll do it in the future, but don't count on it anytime soon just because I've had issues. I know there's going to be another Smash Bros update coming up, and I don't know if I can count on that. I do know a lot about Amiibo. I have nearly all of them that have come out. I'm missing, like, Lucina, and either way, I'm only missing a couple Amiibo that have come out, and I could easily showcase everything. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now, guys. There's nothing really else to say. Amiibo Academy postponed indefinitely. Splatoon single-player series, may as well be considered canceled because that turned out horrendous. I wouldn't mind doing some gameplay videos and some advice videos, weapon builds, anything like that, once I understand the game more, because the game's only been out for, what, not even a month yet? I don't think I really understand the game in its entirety yet. Either way, though... oh, sorry, I had something in my throat there. No wonder my voice sounds weird. Either way, that's gonna be it for now. Persona 3, making a comeback from the beginning. Splatoon single player may as well be cancelled. It might come back, but no promises. And Amiibo Academy delayed again due to Smash Bros. Update. Very sorry about that, but I hope you're all excited for the Persona 3 series. I know I am extremely excited to get back to it, and not only get back to it, do it right this time. Not to mention, doing it right this time with the plans I have, it won't be nearly as much of a pain to edit the videos. Either way though, that's going to be it for now, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. This has been Wentus, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or the next day when we continue my game of Persona 3 FES. See you then.